Well, a grand old welcome back to the Lotus SMP, where you can see tonight we are going to be building some custom trees. I'm definitely excited about it. You can see that we already have made some progress here in the Kingdom of Solith, and of course we are going to continue that tonight. It has been a couple of days actually since I've been able to live stream. I decided that this week was going to be an editing week. I've been making tons and tons of videos. I have like 6 episodes, or 6 videos actually, ready on the channel. So we definitely have plenty of content that's coming. Now, the funny thing is that, oh man, look at that. Looks like Pug has plenty more beacons over here. But the funny thing is that for me, when I started live streaming, I never really liked doing it. At first, it was something that I was like, I want to push myself because I always wanted to become a better speaker and like a better commentator. And now, like a year, maybe almost 2 years later of live streaming all the time, it's something that I actually like miss doing. And I was asking AI, I was like, in terms of being a content creator, it seems like I was actually listening to a live stream from a guy named Big E. And he was saying that he's going to focus in 2026 on making more videos than live streaming. And the reason for it is because most live streamers, 95% of live streamers only make 95% of live streamers make under $1,000 per month doing it. And only 5% of people only make over $1,000. And so there are people that do make a good amount of money, like live streaming, but when it comes to, pursuing this doing full time, I guess live streaming is not necessarily the way to go, because at the end of the day, videos are the things that stand out and can stay alive for a long period of time. However, for me, I found that like there's nothing more fun than live streaming and getting to hang out and actually play Minecraft and that sort of thing. And there definitely are times where I do also really love just playing Minecraft and not having to do any live streaming, just playing the game by myself. But man, I did not really realize how much I actually enjoy just live streaming and hanging out with you guys and that sort of thing. So as you can see, as we turn on our replay mod cinematic, or the replay mod cinematic, the Lightmatica schematic, we definitely have a lot of work to do here. Plenty of trees, and eventually a hot air balloon, which we may move the location of at some point in time. However, I do notice that we are missing a couple of our things from right here, so we already have the materials that we need in our hand. We will turn on the... Oh, this has been weird recently. Okay, this has been weird recently. Lightmatic has been like acting up on me. I forgot, I was trying to do a little bit more progress last night. And it was definitely messing with me. Let's see, can we try to make something happen here? Okay, yeah, okay, I like that. And go like, why can't I add that? It's been weird. Yeah, it's been very weird. Hopefully that doesn't persist through the rest of the stream. Yeah, but you can see it's like adding blocks here. Like click down instead of actually letting me click anything, which I don't understand. Maybe hit something. We don't have easy place mode on though. So it's weird. Oh yeah, it's weird. Let's see. Let's turn off the rendering for right now. I know I just want to put one right there. Is that really how the tree looks? May have not been the best tree in the world, actually. I'll have to see. I guess so, okay. We'll keep it where it is for the time being. But again, I didn't actually add those. As you can see, I can click those away. It's been weird recently. But anyway, it does feel good to be back here, getting some progress done here on Lotus. We can continue along this way. Yeah, things are weird. I don't know what's going on with my Lightmatica. It's kind of like, yeah, it's blurry right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay. My Lightmatica mode is on edit schematic. Could that be the reason for it? It could be. Go back to schematic placement. What happens now? I have no idea. This has been weird so far. Pretty easy place mode. See what happens. Okay, we may have fixed it. Things still look weird though. I don't know what's going on. We can come in here. And we'll get the foundation. I've been doing this recently with the diorite, just to try to make things a bit easier on myself. Then we can come in with, yeah, it's so weird looking. I don't know. Also, I do think I am actually rendering a video right now. We have our render distance at 28 chunks. We can keep it at 21. Actually, you know what? We'll keep shaders on for right now. I will just bring down the render distance a little bit. I think we can do that. I think that's fine. Okay, at least it seems to be working right now. But these trees that I worked on creative mode, they may have to be updated. I do have a feeling they might not be the best thing, but at the end of the day, with all these trees in the area, it really is going to make the area be very, very immersive, I would say. So I'm excited for it. We'll have to see how long it actually takes for us to do this. Alright, but let's change the stream song. Alright, team. Okay, so let's get into it. Alright, we have 22 firework rockets right here. So I do think that we'll try our best. One of the hardest things about making this tree, this specific design right here, the bigger ones that are easier, I have to land, okay, I have to land like perfectly here. But the good news is, okay, we have been able to have success here, so make sure that we have easy place mode on, and we do. And now things are going to become a lot quicker when it comes down to it. As you can see, we can kind of just go up layer by layer like this. We might lose the occasional leaf in the process. You know what, actually, I take it back. We are going to take off the shader packs. I do think it might be too much right now, just given the fact that I am rendering a almost 3-hour video right now. And I only have a gaming laptop. You know, I don't have anything that massive when it comes down to it. Alright, but we can keep on popping up just like this. Okay, it feels good. I think that we solved the problem. I was trying to do it last night, but I didn't have much more bandwidth. I was editing, as I was saying, all week. And at the end of the night, I was like, I can't. I've done enough editing this week. An hour editing for hours and hours and hours. I just want to play some Minecraft. So I came in and I got like a tree done. But then I guess I didn't notice I must have messed a button up or two. And I just couldn't keep building them. And I was trying to troubleshoot. And I just was like, okay, I think I've done enough. I've done enough for the night. One thing I've definitely learned over the years is that, or I'm getting better at, I would say, is the fact that oftentimes when I want to keep getting something done in Minecraft, either for YouTube or just like in the world itself, although sometimes I want to keep staying up and keep doing the thing, if I'm running out of gas or juice when it comes down to it, it's better for me to actually go to sleep and then wake up early so that I can get the thing done. Because usually I'm the most like efficient version of myself in the morning. I get a lot done in the morning. And so I've gotten a lot better about doing that. However, the one thing is I'm not that great about it when it comes down to the weekend. Because sometimes I will overextend. Like you guys know that like on Friday night stream, I love hanging out and I'll stay up late or later. Not extraordinarily, but I'll stay up later and then it kind of like, you know, I live in such a rigid and disciplined way for the most part that when I end up, I kind of overextend into Saturday, I would say. And then I don't usually have as much gas in the tank. You know, I think that if I was able to have more balance and I, you know, didn't stay up late live streaming on Friday night, then I'd probably live stream on Saturday too. but I end up running out of juice because we'll stay up too late and that sort of thing. And so during the work week, I'm very good about not doing that. Friday night's a little bit more difficult. But also at the same time, it's like, it's nice to be able to, on Friday night, I'm like, okay, we've been done with the work week. Like, okay, like, let's go. We can hang out and we can relax and get progress done and play Minecraft, and you don't have to worry about waking up early the next morning. I love all of those aspects. And so, I don't know, sometimes you have to have like a give and take when it comes down to it at the end of the day. I do think. Looks like we're missing a branch or two. This does keep happening with the schematics, and we do have to extend this tree down. I will have to do that at some point in time. The ground, as you can see. Jump up here, we can get that guy. Okay, it's an interesting tree. Yeah, it's an interesting tree. But we can pop on down around here. And finally, we'll get to start on making that replay mod cinematic so we can keep on showing the progress for the next video. And we do have a brand new video coming out tomorrow. The build of making the library, which is all the way down there. So I hope that you're excited for it. Again, we have so many videos coming out. This guy has been working super hard when it comes down to it. I will say, with these trees, it's much easier to get the foundation in. Or it's much easier to get building after you put the foundation in. It's definitely a challenge at first. I have to figure out a whole lot of things, but I will say that I put one custom birch tree into my Lotus world when it came to last season. That was it. I made one custom tree. And when I look back at it, or when I looked back on it recently, I was like, oh my goodness, like, I love the fact that I had that tree. Like, it wasn't the best tree in the world, but I loved having it. And I know that when I watch other people on YouTube, I love seeing their custom trees. I think that custom trees really do make a huge difference when it comes down to putting life into a Minecraft world. And so we definitely have gotten around to doing it. It's been something that I've been thinking about, I would say. It's not like been like a priority item or anything like that, but it's definitely been something I've been thinking about for like 2 or 3 weeks or so. Which is interesting, so we're implementing it pretty quickly. I'm reaching a point in playing Minecraft where I've never actually been able to get as much progress done as quickly as I am. And the reason for that is because last year on Lotus was kind of my first year on an SMP, and I ended up getting sidetracked. I ended up going and doing my Forever World around halfway through the season, and I've never really let myself experience what it actually means to play endgame Minecraft. And so now I am. I always was dumbfounded as to how all of the other people that I know on YouTube are able to make as big of things as they do in the time period that they do. Because as you guys know, I play a lot of Minecraft. I'm like, how does everyone get everything done? Like, but now that I am experiencing what endgame Minecraft can look like, I am totally like, okay, dive into this. Like, enjoy this experience. And we're getting so much progress done here, and we're only halfway through. Like, I'm having to already, I wasn't thinking about this. I have to think about like bigger plans for this entire area. It makes me wish this was a forever world, because I wish that I could hold on to this place forever and keep making it better over time. I really do believe that. But at the same time, we have so much more time to put love into this area, and then it's going to be great to build something new on Lotus for next season too. Oh, no way, dude. Oh, we got the clan in here. We got We got the whole squad. And we got Jordan and we got Level Up. Guys, it's so good to see you. Happy Thursday. I hope that you guys are doing well. It's been too long. It's definitely been too long. Okay, let me change the song very quickly. And then I do want to put you guys both into the stream book too. Happy Thursday. As you can see, we're getting some good work done here. Hey, all the hard work will pay off. Thank you, man. I mean, you guys see me for me. You know, it's kind of one of those funny things that I didn't really realize over time. Like, how do I say it? For me, Minecraft and YouTube has been this like outlet for me for years and years and years. Like, I've been doing this for 3 years now. And I love just doing it. You know, like, that's why I do this. Like, I just love doing it. Like, I'm so passionate about it. I mean, I think you guys know that by now. Like, I love doing it. I think for a small creator, like myself, like, the amount of content that I try to put out with, like, live streams and, you know, everything that I'm doing, like, I put so much effort into doing this. And the dream at the end of the day, you know, I'd love to have all of this compound and have an effect of being like a full-time YouTuber at some point in time. But at the same time, I know that many people that do YouTube, like YouTube, like your YouTube you personality is, you know, it's not totally you, right? Like your YouTube personality, like usually, and for me, it's not like, this isn't, you know, it's like, it's not like hanging out with me on the couch, if that makes sense. But it's very akin to that, you know, like, and so for me, Minecraft has been this thing where like, and YouTube has been this thing where, you know, no one, or when I started it and for such a long period of time, and still honestly, YouTube has been this thing where I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to share me for who I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, other people are like, I'm gonna, you know, I need to be this certain person. Like, Minecraft is like, you know, for me, I'm an elementary school teacher, and like, I'm always, you know, if you were to meet me in like a professional setting, you'd be like, Slip is like, man, he is like top-notch professionalism. Like, he's got it going on. Like, he's like, you know, I think I'm a decently charismatic person. Like, I am eloquent when it comes to understanding or delivering and conveying my thoughts to other people, and I do think that I'm pretty articulate, and I'm able to contribute, you know, to knowledge or to action. I'm a pretty disciplined and motivated person when it comes down to it. But, you know, as a kid or as a teacher, you know, interacting with my colleagues or with my elementary school kids or with the parents and that sort of thing, like, that's all, you know, it's all a version of me, but it's not like me for me. You know what I mean? And like, Minecraft has always been me for me. Like, this has always been me for me. Like, no doubt, like, in my mind. In my most popular video in 2025, which some of you guys have found, or maybe even know me from, is 10 world building tips in Minecraft. And guys, the more people that have watched that video, the more I have been slandered for being like an AI person. And I don't know, like, you know, I hate to say it, but like, it has affected me from time to time. I'm pretty fine when it comes to like hate on YouTube nowadays. But man, I don't know how much, like, it grinds my gears, y'all. When people are like, you're just like I've been called AI slop before. And like, that makes me so, like, I don't know, like, this is me, like, oh, I'm not gonna get into it. Like, I've done this and I've done it for years, you know, and put my heart and soul, like my entire who I am into this, to be called like a AI slop. And I'm like, I can't get more authentic. I literally am unable to get more authentic than who I am. Like, this, you know, I'm not my professional self. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to win approval with anybody. I'm not, the reality is that I become friends with all of you guys, but this is me for me. Like, if you guys all, ended up playing Hytale, let's say, or, stopping Minecraft or anything like that, like, I'd still be doing this, which is going to diverge into a topic that I kind of wanted to discuss, which is Hytale, which is, all of the hype right now, as I'm sure many of you guys know. Okay, let's take a look at this tree, though. We do want to finish it out very quickly. Dude, thank you. Dude, thank you. I mean, here's the thing. Like, and I'm an elementary school teacher, and you guys also, in the Discord, like, you guys know me for, like, my recording voice is not necessarily the way that I would just, like, converse, but one thing I've talked about many, 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 many times over the years is the fact that this version of me, through, like, the way that I speak on microphone, is exactly who I am. Like, so I sent in the Discord this morning, I ended up sending a teaser trailer for the Westerly SMP World Tour video that's going to come out at some point in time. And I showed it to the kids this morning. I was like, you know what? Like, I want to also, I say this to them all the time, and they know this. Many of them know that I have a YouTube channel. And some of them watch it, which is fun. But I'm like, you guys also know that I have a life outside of YouTube. And usually when I show the kids my content, they're like, well, you don't sound like, you sound different. I'm like, I do sound different on the microphone, like I'm speaking into the microphone. But it doesn't mean that it's anything different than me. So I think that, that's an important thing. Like, also, I wouldn't be able to, like, if I was putting on a voice or something like that, like, I wouldn't be able to talk like this for 6+ hours. Which some of you guys have been there for those streams, like, that's who I am. Like, so, yeah, it's definitely been something that has grinded my gears over the years. Or not over the years, over the year. Like, AI anything has been, like, pop culture. It's been the thing. And also at the same point, like, I don't have a good enough microphone. Like, I don't, like, I don't know, man. sorry to dump on you guys. But man, grinds my gears. However, I still love doing this for what it is. Okay, we have a couple more blocks that we need to punch out there. Oh man, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, level up. What's going on? What's going on with both of you guys? What's life been like for you guys? How's your 2026 going so far? I can explain what's going on with me. But I do want to, let me take a second to look at chat. Guys, I'm moving. I'm gonna be moving on about 2 months, maybe a month and a half, about 6 weeks or so. Which is, you guys should consider a huge W. Because I've been holding out. You guys have donated when it comes to helping out with the second monitor funds and that sort of thing. But I've been holding off because I've been knowing that I gotta move, but I didn't want to buy anything until I move because I didn't want to have to move it, if that makes sense. So we're gonna move into our new apartment, and then hopefully I might even get a whole rig and finally invest in all of this. So that's super exciting. Although I'm definitely episodes and episodes ahead, but it's I'm definitely during the moving time at the beginning of March. I'm sure that I'm gonna have to take a week off or so, which makes sense. It's the middle of work and that sort of thing, and I have to move. The real life is gonna have to come first. All right, let me take a look at the chat though very quickly. Look at this, guys. Our forest is starting to come together. We only have a couple more trees left. Wait, we're probably gonna get this done on stream. If we have enough materials for that, that is. I'll level up, job changes, life changes, that sort of stuff. That's a lot going on, man. It means a lot that you're spending a little bit of your time with me. I know that transition phase. I'm sure, hopefully you guys will still be hanging out with me during the summer. I am about to be going, the next 6 months of my life, maybe 9 months of my life, are going to be a huge transition phase, I think. So hopefully we can all go through that together. And if there's any way I can support you, please let me know. I really do mean that. You guys mean a lot to me. I'll level up. I have a comment to say about the AI too. Give me 1 second. Oh, also, Jordan, I do want to show you, if you're down, the area where I'm thinking about putting your campsite. Man, I'm glad that you guys are on the same page with me when it comes to AI. As you guys know, there are a couple people in the Discord that do not like me at all for using it. Like at all. Okay, cool. All right. So, when it comes to the AI thing, here's like a good use, or at least I think it's a good use. Okay. And you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think about it. So, in my school system, and I do think that this is for a good reason, we just disabled ChatGPT for all of the students, and you know that makes sense. Like, you know, there's so many different reasons why you might want to disable ChatGPT for students when it comes to writing essays or copying or not actually doing diligent work and, you know, growing their minds as a result of it. However, for one day of this week, I think on Monday, it was also disabled for the teachers too. And so there are teacher AI platforms. There's a teacher and student AI system called Magic School AI, almost like Magic School Bus. For those of you guys that know that. Okay, 1 second. Are we still live? That is the question here. Can you guys hear me? Let's restart the live stream. I don't know. I'm still live. Let's go, guys. My internet just cut out. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're back. Turn on the stream music once again. Okay, that's never happened. Sorry, Jordan. No, it's not you, man. It's not you. That was me. That has never happened to me before while live streaming. I can't believe we're still live. Can you guys hear the music? That's wild. W, yeah, W right there. W. Okay, so anyway, so teachers, we have to tailor the work for our students, and that is... Resource pack failed. What? What? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, let's disconnect one more time. What's going on? That's so crazy. But for me, like, I teach math, right? We may just go without the resource pack if it doesn't load. But anyway, so for me, I teach math. Okay, let's see if the resource pack loads this time. I feel like it's going to. That was crazy. Also, we do need to turn on our status. I do think that... Okay, C-Man is just hanging out right now. He was recording a bit earlier. Along with, I am noticing we do have an extra one of these diorite pillars right here. Okay, so we can... this is so congested. Okay, so we can pop up backlight right here. Okay, anyway. So teachers, we have to differentiate the work for our students. And for me, I have kids in my class that are really still working within numbers with like 1 to 20. You know, so things like 6 plus 7, you know, or 8 plus 5, you know, those sorts of numbers. And then I have other students that are working with numbers like all of the multiplication facts. But then on top of it, things like, let me just see if I can get it. There we go. You know, 487 plus 528. You know, like doing such, you know, a huge difference when it comes to the sort of math that they're doing. And my job as a teacher is to make sure that I have work for all of those students. So when it comes down to it, I have almost 6 different levels of the same math work for each group of students within my same class. And in order to do that, the curriculum, which is the kind of like teaching documents that we, and like the activities and like the classwork, you know, like the busy work that you might even think of when you were a kid, that's what the curriculum, that's all the resources that we're given as teachers. But now that we have so many different student needs and we're trying to really focus on each student group, it is very, very difficult to be able to do that with only that one document or those couple of activities. And so as a result, you have to use ChatGPT. You have to use AI, because if you were spending all of that time making all of the documents, that would be so much time out of work. You know, teachers, we spend pretty much all of our workday actually teaching. And so it takes a whole ton of time in order to actually get all of the materials printed. And, you know, we have to make sure that they're the right materials and they're perfect for the lesson and that they're exciting for the kids. And, you know, so many different little facets and aspects when it comes down to it. It's a lot. And there's this website called Teachers Pay Teachers, where teachers, of course, will pay other teachers that make resources. However, you know, if I was to do that with 6 different skill levels of students all of the time, I would never, you know, teachers don't make enough money as it is, right? So we have to use AI. Unfortunately, you know, the demands of education, or unfortunately, the demands of education, with the fact that administration and all of the people that are studying education are using AI to help them, and because AI is such a knowledge tool, as we all know, then, you know, AI is necessary as a teacher. And, you know, so we have to use it. But on Monday, no one could use it. And unfortunately, the AI that is just made for teachers is not as good as what AI could actually do, because the teacher AI does not actually make the worksheets for teachers in the ways that ChatGPT can, which I think is pretty significant when it comes down to it, honestly. So it was disabled for the students and for the teachers. However, they were able to reinstate the fact that AI was ready or good, that the teachers could still use it, kind of. And for me, and I love my class. Like, I have a great group of kids, but they had a challenge day. It was not the best day for them. And for me, I am, I'm not perfect. I'm by no means perfect at all. I I do have a good amount of patience when it comes down to being a teacher. And before I lose my cool, what I've been doing recently is I will put ChatGPT on the screen with the students. We're all sitting at the carpet, and instead of me chewing them out, I kind of explain the fact that, like, their behavior strategy is not, it's not effective. Like, you guys, you're not doing what we need to do. We've learned what we're halfway through the school year and that sort of thing. I do not want to have to raise my voice, but you all know that you're not acting how you need to be doing and how you should and how I expect. Now, I'm going to pull up ChatGPT right now, and I'm going to, I don't say this, I just pull up ChatGPT and I put in a voice prompt and I say something akin to this. Like, hey, ChatGPT, we are 2 weeks back from winter break, and I'm a second grade teacher that teaches 7 and 8-year-old second graders at an elementary school. Now, this is a wonderful and very smart group of kids. However, they have not been following the directions of the classroom. They have been talking too much, and they've been trying to go onto their computers, and they have been just not following the rules that we know about and we talked about at the first day of school. And I do need to reinforce or tell them that this is not acceptable. I don't want to have to raise my voice. I don't want to have to yell at them. What would you recommend? Could you speak to my students right now and tell them what they need to hear, given the fact that this is absolutely unacceptable and that this is not going to stand, but they, in a nice, in a warm and in a friendly fashion, so that my students understand that, I expect a lot of them, but I really do care about them. And then ChatGPT, on the screen, with the microphone for the whole screen, delivers a prompt about, like, hey, this is like a super common thing. Students oftentimes need a lot of behavior reminders after the break. I would recommend that you remind them that you guys are a team when it comes down to it, and that they know that we've been doing this for such a long time. They know this. However, in order for us to achieve greatness together, we need to work together as a team, and these rules are here for a reason, and so we must follow them. And so as instead of me having to yell, I have an extra aid. The kids look at ChatGPT and they're like, oh my goodness, it's like a super intelligence, and then, for me, I'm just like totally honest with it, with them on, through ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT almost becomes, in that miniature little aspect, like a co-teacher, someone that is helping deliver the outcome which we look for, which is the best human beings that we can be. That's what my job is as a teacher. My job is to make people the best that they can be. Meaning that I have to be the best that I can be too. Yeah, I figured that would be a nice way, a nice explanation. I know I explained a lot about that. I did definitely have like a big backstory. But I figured that you guys might actually enjoy kind of seeing that more niche use when it comes to it. And like, I think that's a good thing. Like, all strategies work, and sometimes you have to change the tone of your voice when you're teaching in order to explain the fact that this is not okay. Right? You do have to be stern. Like, that is an essential thing in order for kids in a physical sense to know what's good. However, I also noticed that there are so many teachers that, and this is fine and I understand. And I just, I'm different when it comes down to it. That, they're kind of like miniature yelling at the kids all day. Or just being grumpy or frustrated. Like, being an elementary school teacher is a lot of emotions. Because the kids have huge emotions, right? Like, they don't understand what's good. Like, kids are they're young, A small problem is a huge problem. And so they're always kind of hyper fixated on these tiny things. And they have big sad feelings and big happy feelings and, a mix of everything. And so as an elementary school teacher, I've found that it's actually very easy to become just as emotional as the kids. Just because it's so, imagine a kid taking out the rawest of emotions on you. It's hard, even if you're a pretty emotionally disciplined person, sometimes it's going to get at you. And I think that's why a lot of people work or struggle with kids when it comes down to it. But for me, I do remind myself, and I talk to you guys all the time, and I don't say it just for the appeal. Like, I really do have a good group of kids, and my life besides YouTube and, being able to share myself on this platform is for them. My entire life is for them. I stay healthy as I can for them, and I try to be at the best mental ability that I can be for them. I do dedicate a lot, and it's great to have that sort of purpose, I would say. But AI, I think for me has been a really helpful thing, right? Like, no human being has infinite patience. Like, I'm not perfect. I will never, I'll never pretend to be. I still will lose my cool from time to time. However, having something like that, I actually think that's a beneficial use. I think that's a good use of AI, because the environment that you're in is a huge factor when it comes to how you look at the world when you're young. They'll be like, that guy Slip, he always, even when we deserved it, he made sure to take a step back and think for a second and think what would be the best thing to make these kids the best that they could be. And, yelling or taking out my frustration on them is not going to be the solution, but maybe I can use other tools to help me do that too. So, I don't know. Hopefully that makes some a shred of sense, if that yeah, hopefully. But yeah, that's that's one way that I use AI. But I do use it. I understand that there's environmental ramifications when it comes down to it. And, if someone was to say that I'm selfish by using it, I understand where you're coming from. However, you may be doing something else that I don't agree with. I don't think you're a bad person. But anyway, on the YouTube side of AI, I've been thinking about one thing in particular about when it comes to AI, and I've been doing a little bit of AI assisted thumbnails and that sort of thing. But I think that I'm going to come back from that, and I do have a specific reason when it comes down to it for why I'm going to do that. Along with, we still have so many resources. I think this is crazy. We have so many trees built, but at this point in the server, we have so much done. I've built already so much. Look at everything that we have. But I'm actually, for the first time, almost as a Minecraft player, which is crazy because I've been playing for 3 years, right? And I've been playing a lot for the last 3 years. I put a lot of time into this. It's crazy having so many resources, and I'm just trying to use them and use them and use them, but I still have so much. It's wild. Hey, Lily, it's so good to see you. Lily, thanks for coming and saying hi. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. I can tell that my voice is getting raspy, but Lily, thank you so much for all of the love, all of the comments on not only the short form videos, but the long form videos and all of the support. And thank you for the compliment. I was telling Lily was saying that I am a good builder, and I'm getting better. I've become a better builder, I think. I don't think I'm a horrible builder, but Draconis, if you guys know Draconis Gaming on the server, he is quite the building wizard. He is a great builder. And so I have a long way to go, I think, when it comes down to it. Oh, dude, do I remember Bill Nye? Yes, I actually try to show my kids Bill Nye a little bit. And I'm actually going to tell you guys about an almost teaching mistake that I made last year. I'm so glad that I didn't make the mistake, but yeah, let me explain it. But let me catch up on chat very quickly too. And Tammy, it's good to see you too. Okay, we have to get the stream book out too. But let me do that in a second. Jordan, technical issues that no robot could replicate. I agree. I totally agree. Oh, Jordan, your sister does some teaching. Yeah, teaching has changed so much. I do remember that when I was a kid. You know, I think I got, like, maybe I'm wrong. You know, I only have my perspective. But I feel like everyone in class pretty much got the same assignment. Like, I think everyone got the same assignment, but nowadays, it's totally different. Everyone's getting different work. And I was actually in a meeting this week, and I had a parent say, like, you know, my kid knows that, like, they get different skilled work than other kids. And it's true. Like, you know, like, I've already said this on stream, but, like, you know, if you're working in math and you're working within 1 to 20, you're doing 10, you know, 5 plus 5. And then you see another kid that's doing 585 plus 495. Like, of course you know that that's different. Like, it's different work. It's totally different. Of course the kids know about it. You know what? Of course they know. You know, it's totally different, right? Like, I don't think when I was a kid I got different work, but it's totally clear, you know, in elementary school. Like, in high school, it's like, okay, there's the AP kids and, like, the honors kids and that sort of thing, right? Like, we knew then, but it's totally different nowadays. Oh, Jordan, that's cool. You know, it's fun sharing the different uses of AI that we actually end up doing. Yeah, for you, you know, being able to have nice little D&D images that are nice to share and that sort of thing, like, that's great. And there is something to be said about the skill of prompting things, you know, getting better at understanding how to, you know, use AI to be efficient. Again, I know that not everyone is on the same page. But at least, I don't know, that's how I roll, I would say. Oh, Level Up. Okay, that's a good idea. So for me, Level Up was saying that he uses AI for cooking and groceries and, like, that sort of thing, and recipes. I think I want to build a chili, right? To build. I think I hear a noise. Okay. I think that I want to make chili. And I am definitely one of those people that likes using a crock pot. I'm a crock pot person. And I've kind of been doing, like, very bare bones dinners recently, but I think it would be nice over the weekend to have, like, a chili or something like that. But it's been a while since I've deviated from my normal recipes and what I usually do. So actually using AI to help me come up with a good chili recipe, it sounds like a good thing actually to maybe try out doing after stream. So I do think that may be the game plan. Here, thank you for the good suggestion. Along with, guys, if you don't go to the, if you live in the United States, and if you live in a pretty like populated area, like for me, I live in Colorado and I live in the city. I live in Denver, and so for me, you know, there's plenty of people. Like the lines at the grocery store after work are so awful, and so if you're ever looking to save a whole ton of time, and you live in like a city environment, if you are an early riser, if you're an early bird, go to the grocery store as soon as it opens on the day that's most convenient for you. Because for me personally, I literally go to the grocery store. I go at 6:40 in the morning, and I walk into the grocery store at 6:40 a.m. and then I leave the grocery store around 6:45. At the latest 6:50. It takes me 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes to go to the grocery store and get everything that I need for the entire week. But sometimes when you go after work, you have to sit in the line with all of these other people. And you know what? Like that actually adds up over time. Like I think it adds up a ton over time. It's like, why waste so much of your entire life in a line at the grocery store? If you are like one of those people that actually wakes up early, go to the grocery store in the morning. Schedule whatever day it is for you. For me, it's Friday morning. So tomorrow I will go to the grocery store and then it'll be absolutely good for pretty much the entire week. Then I don't have to think about it and it takes me 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes to go to the grocery store. And I have food for the entire week. If that doesn't sound good to you, I don't know what does. If you live, if you live with your parents or anything like that, or other people are cooking for you, I understand. Or if you have a different sort of arrangement with your partner in life, that also totally makes sense. But for me, based on the time that I like to allocate, like I'd rather have, for me, if I had to sit, I love, you guys know I love making Minecraft videos. So, if I had to sit in a line, 4 times a week for an extra 30 minutes, that's an extra 2 hours that I could have been live streaming or making a video or editing or, all these different things. And for you, that might be spending time with your family or with your kids or working on your side project or even just getting more relaxation time or being able to, X, Y, and Z. Get more time back. Been a huge hack for me recently. Hey, Serotonin's here and Jerry's here too. It's good to see both of you guys. Okay, I do have to go. I keep forgetting. I do have to go into the stream book. Jerry and I, Jerry is a member of the Westerly SMP, and Jerry and I were talking. I'm sorry it took me a couple days to get back to you. I'm about doing another tour of the Westerly SMP, where I get to take a look at all of the things that Jerry has ended up doing. So Jerry, I'm definitely excited about that. This week has been a very busy week for me too. I actually wasn't even expecting to live stream at all today. We will have a live stream tomorrow, so I'm definitely excited when it comes down to that. But I was not expecting to live stream at all today. This week has been our editing week, and I know that you've been busy too, so don't sweat it whatsoever. We will get around to doing that, and I'm excited for it. With Vampire and I think it took us maybe a month and a half to actually find the time that worked. But when it happened, as you could see, it was like the perfect thing ever. So I can't wait to hang out with you a little bit more. Also, Serotonin, is the shower fixed, my man? Is the real question here. Were you able to fix the shower? Along with, man, you are looking sharp in the Discord, I will say. A handsome young chap, you could say. I will say one of the best things about the Discord, of course I get to just kind of share exactly who I am with you guys, obviously. And so that's super fun. But like, I don't know, I feel like we all kind of motivate one another. At least I hope so. You guys motivate me. Like I sent, we have a private Discord kind of group message with me and Serotonin and Level Up and a couple other people. And, this guy, I work out 7 days a week. Make sure that I work out every day of the week. I've done that for like almost 10 years now. So I sent a quick picture and you guys were like, no pain, no gain. And that is totally right. Mari, it's so good to see you too. Oh my goodness, we got the whole gang in town. We got the whole squad here too. It's so good to see you. Mari, definitely give me the update. Of course, I'd love to know what's going on. How's life been? Have you been on any missions? I was thinking about you last night, actually. I was listening back to, I think, a live stream of, I don't know, whatever we were doing. I was editing, and for the Lotus Live World Tour. And we were talking, and you and Qatar were talking about the fact that you guys, you have a lot of common threads in the military and that sort of thing, and yelling at soldiers and all of that sort of stuff. But anyway, I do hope that life has been good and that it hasn't been all work for you as well. Man, it's so great to get to know you guys as real people too. I will say, what a fun community we have here. I really am humbled by the fact that you guys spend some time with me. And look at this, guys. We have so many trees done right here too. This is actually starting to look quite good, I will say. Alright, I'm just taking a quick look at the chat very quickly. And man, it starts to rain once again. Okay, let me go like this so I can take a look at chat. Hey, Jerry. Dude, it's always good to see you. And I'm sure that we'll continue to talk more about another Westerly live tour. I'm very excited. I can't wait to hang out with you, my man. Yes, definitely. When you're doing YouTube and you're doing other things, like, this is totally a side hustle. I spend a lot of time doing this. It makes things difficult, right? Like real life, if I was to do nothing, nothing besides work my 8 hours a day, I'd have plenty of time, right? But I spend all of my time being the best version that I can be, whether it be working out and getting real life things done and spending time with you guys and trying to be the best person that I can be. All of that definitely takes a lot more time too. Oh, Mari, I think about you all the time. But I mean it. Like you guys are, I don't have that much going on in my life. Like I am a teacher. My life is for the kids. I take very good care of myself as a human being. But besides that, guys, you guys get the rest of me. I'm like, you guys are my community. I really do mean that. And I know that you're like, maybe that's sad. I don't know. Maybe that's sad for some of you guys. You're like, I don't know. For me, like I love this. I love getting to know you guys. I think about you guys all the time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lily. Whenever I was a kid too, we all the time had Schoolhouse Rock too. That's actually something that I have not shown the kids yet, which is kind of funny. I do kind of like showing them all the old school things. Okay, so obviously my last name is not Slip. I'm not, I'm not opposed to like sharing my real name, but I'm not going to do it on live stream. There are plenty of people that know me for who I actually am. And I'm totally fine with that. If you know me on the Discord, you can find my socials. You can find my real life person and know exactly who I am. But anyway, so the kids will call me Mr. Slip. Hey, thank you guys. You guys are the best. I mean it. Oh, I forgot where I was going with that train of thought too. But at least we do have that next tree done, and we can head to sleep for the night. Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. If I'm being honest, I thought that, Serotonin, I thought that you, were done with me, man. I posted a couple of AI thumbnails, or AI assisted thumbnails. Like I still edited them. Like the original, or the base was the AI, and then I edited it. And I thought that, I changed my channel picture, I changed my character skin, I changed pretty much everything with a lot of the branding for who I am. And I've been having a different branding for like 3 years now. And I was getting some hate in the Discord about it. And Discord, or Serotonin, you popped in and I was like, dude, you said K. You said K. The man does not like me anymore. I really did think that. I was like, man, I posted like 1 or 2 AI thumbnails and I totally burned my entire community. I literally thought that. It made me sad for like a day or two. I really do mean that. I was very upset. I was like, I've been working on like building a community for 3 years and just being me for me. And I posted 3 AI related thumbnails for like live streams or for other things. And now have I been canceled? I literally thought I was canceled. I was so upset about it. Serotonin. For me, I know it's weird. Because the thing is, we associate doing Minecraft with kind of after doing the work grind or the school grind or all that sort of stuff. But one thing, like for me, I've actually found my best recording time is around 5 a.m. If I record around 5 a.m., I am like popping. Because I've woken up and I've had a little bit of caffeine and I've washed my face and I've brushed my teeth and I'm ready for the day. My best recording time is that at that point in time. And so it might not seem conventional, but for me, I'm also one of those people that loves making, I love making these videos. So I always overextend. This brings me so much pleasure. But if you were to record a 30-minute video every single day, if you woke up earlier, you would be able to make so many more videos. And I think that I have so many videos in the back burner right now. And there are times where I don't, of course, because you also have to be strategic with the types of videos that you're making. But when it comes down to it, at the same time, the morning for me has been like one of the best times for me to find for recording, I would say. Guys, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's looking so good. Okay, I'm pumped, guys. We're gonna have this for the rest of the season. All these trees just like this. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Okay. But I'm gonna be back in a second, okay? I'm gonna put some dinner in the oven. I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then my computer, my second monitor just died too. So I think this is a good time. Apparently, it's a good time for me to take a quick break on stream, and then we'll keep on making some more custom trees. And you guys are making my whole week, I would say. I missed hanging out with you. I really do mean it. We've been editing a whole ton, but I get such a vibe, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys tomorrow on stream as well. Friday night stream is always my favorite stream of the week, and I can't wait to do it. But I will be back in a second, and if you want even more people to come and hang out with us, consider leaving a like on the stream too. But I will see you guys in a jiffy. All right, we are back. Just give me 1 second. I'm just eating some dinner. All right, and we are back. Hey, thank you. I definitely needed to refuel a little bit. I'm not fully done with dinner, but I did definitely need some extra energy. It's been a long day. I've been up since 4 a.m. It's about 7 p.m. my time. I usually go to sleep around 8 p.m. So, I love hanging out with you guys. Oh, baby zombie. Oh, wait, 1 second. 1 second. And then we'll officially get back into things. Okay. We are fine. Okay, so, we are back. I have plenty of things to respond to you guys about too. But we do need a couple of the baby zombie has gold armor. Okay, we're gonna have to take him on. I come over here. Okay, I'm not afraid of you. Come over here. Oh, go. He's got a little wheat thing. Oh. Oh no. Oh, get out of here. Okay, I don't care about you. Bam, okay. I don't think we need these right here. Okay, we're back. Hey, Daisy, it's good to see you too. And Serotonin, thanks so much for coming in and spending some time with us here on stream tonight. It's good to see you as always. It seems like you've had a productive day, and I'm sure talk to you quite soon too. And Daisy, yeah, thank you so much for coming in and saying hi for bed. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're ready for Friday and for the weekend. Okay, we need a bit more food, it does seem. But thank you, first, to level up. Thank you, man. So one thing I've been thinking about is that I've heard a lot on YouTube that with the advent of AI, with all of the AI that's coming, one of the best things that will help you stand out, the only distinguishing factor other people are saying when it comes to you being able to show or stand out in the field of so much AI content that is going to be coming out in the future is for you to actually be who you are. You know, being able to have a strong personal brand, like showing you for exactly who you are, is going to be one of the major things that helps you stand out amongst other people when it comes to making content on YouTube or whatever, medium, I guess there may happen to be in the future. And I'm sure there will be plenty of different streams as well, right? But I was thinking about that, and when it comes to using AI to assist when it comes to the thumbnail packaging of a video, the reality of YouTube is that YouTube is a thumbnail packaging platform. You know, the reality is that regardless of how good of a video that I make and how, you know, how much heart and soul I can put into the video, if people don't click on the video, no one's going to watch the video. And so the thumbnail and the title are so much more important. Unfortunately, and I think many people actually realize when it comes to people finding other people on YouTube. And so when it comes to wanting to do something like this full time, you do have to think a lot about the packaging of your video, what it looks like, and the interest that it's going to capture, and all of those different things. And I think that right now, AI can have an advent because AI has the opportunity to provide even better perspectives, or follow the rule of thirds, or to even kind of just enhance the video in a thumbnail designer or in a graphic design sort of perspective, that if you don't have any knowledge about graphic design or really even that much about thumbnail art, you know, and that sort of thing, I've gotten a lot better over time, and I know a lot more than most people, I would say. But at the same time, thumbnail art is like a huge kind of thing in itself, I would say. Like, it's so important when it comes down to the video that I think that AI can help a lot of people right now. But I do also kind of understand what people say when they say that AI for personal brand, like showing who you actually are as a person, is going to be the thing that actually makes the difference in the long run at the end of the day. And so I think that in a creative medium, I understand when people are very upset about AI. However, AI is it's already so prevalent within YouTube and content creation. You might not even just know it, if that makes sense. So many creators are doing it, and what I do is when I'm doing research on YouTube, I will ask ChatGPT. I'll take a screenshot of a thumbnail, and then I'll ask it if it's AI assisted. And for so many of the big creators, so many of the thumbnails have been assisted with AI in the Minecraft scene. They don't get harassed by other people about the fact that their thumbnails have AI mixed in within it. However, for me, I got a whole ton of flack when it came down to it, as some of you guys know. And so it's interesting. However, I was thinking, and I was like, you know what? Like, there is something to be said about the fact that when everyone is using AI, the fact that you're able to show exactly just like the raw, authentic part, like, I think there is something to be said about that aspect. And so I do think that that is part of the reason that I do want to try to keep, you know, a more authentic, I would say, like personal brand. Now, I'm not saying whatsoever that I'm not going to use AI at all in any of the thumbnails or anything like that. I think that would be a silly move for me in order to try to make my dreams happen. You know, become a full-time YouTuber. This is the third time it's rained on stream. Oh, it's a thunderstorm. Holy moly, okay. That's it. I think if it rains again, that might be a new record. But we do have to turn off easy place mode very quickly. Go to sleep for the night. Exactly, yeah. So Mari, I think that when it comes to after I started implementing the AI related thumbnails, I liked it at first. And I was like, okay, like, you know, the people that click on the video and see me for the real person that I am will know. However, I think that other people that are not like the people that just like already really know for me, I think that other people would be like, they would click on it and they would see me for who I am, but they would still be like, but your packaging is so inauthentic. Like it's not just Minecraft, or it's not just your story, or it's not just you or your playthrough and that sort of thing. And I'm glad that I gave myself the time to think about the imagery aspect of AI and thumbnail creation. And I do feel like, I definitely did not really win anyone's favors or approval. Like, it did not benefit me in any sort of way. Even if I was getting another view or two on my videos as a result of it, it wasn't helping me show the version of who I want to be, I guess, on YouTube, I think is like the best way to say it. And so I'm glad that I went through it for a period of time. And, there's a lot to be said about the fact that AI definitely helps me give ideas and that sort of thing. However, I've also realized the more that I use AI that in a creative sense, I also don't want to rely too heavily on it, because anyone can just read from a script. And I think that I have a solid voice for reading from a script. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. And I'm a good reader when it comes down to it, so I definitely could do it. But that's not what people are necessarily looking for at the end of the day. And when I was listening to a podcast before I ended up hopping on live stream, just as I was doing my chores that I needed to get ready for the next work day. And one of the podcasters ended up saying that people don't necessarily here's an interesting thing actually that I learned today. So when it comes to clicking on YouTube videos, they did a huge study recently, and they found that having text on your Minecraft or on your thumbnail, doesn't matter if it's Minecraft, having your text on any thumbnail will change, or will actually decrease the potential viewership of the video by about 19%. So if you can, the result from that on a creator's standpoint is that as much as you can, you actually want to strive to not have that text on the screen or on the thumbnail, and try your best to just convey the idea or the interest factor of your video through the title and the thumbnail without any text on the thumbnail by itself as much as you can. Which is interesting because that has not been a very commonly discussed thing. Most people think that having a couple keywords of the text on screen, the title and the thumbnail, work together and package the video in a certain way. And I do think that that is still true to a very strong regard, I would say. I do think that still applies in many different ways. However, it's interesting knowing that new knowledge and being like, okay, if you can convey exactly the idea that you're thinking about just through the visual element of what you're doing, that's going to be very important. Oh yeah, Daisy, using AI for organization and time management. That is definitely something that I use it for too. But I do use it for ideation too. And I do find it helpful. But the balance that I'm finding recently is trying to find what exactly are the ideas that I find interesting to talk about or make content about, and then not relying on AI to really help me. And a good example of this, I think, is if I was to give 5 or 10 tips on something, like I have plenty more kind of like evergreen sort of long form, or hopefully kind of like educational content that's coming out. And I can use AI to help me come up with like, oh, this would be a good idea for something to talk about based on the audience that I have. And it seems like this would be a good ranking video that would continue to perform over time based on the research that I do. However, when AI then gives me the tips, even if they're good tips, I'm like, this is not authentic to how I've played Minecraft. Many people that know me for how I play Minecraft know that like I have a lot going on in my Minecraft world, but I also have not played that much Minecraft. Like I have played a lot of Minecraft, but I'm not that good at Minecraft. Like I don't know that much. So for me to read off of a script of AI and then to just do things that I've never done in game is not really me, if that makes sense. But it's very possible for me to make content using AI just to help me with the script and the ideation and narration when it comes down to it. But at the end of the day, that would not help my personal brand, because although it could help people out in an educational sense, it would also, it's not not me. So I don't know. The more that I use AI, I do know that from a creative sense, it's very helpful, and it can be very helpful to also transmit the information that you get from AI because it can be very informative. But from a content perspective, at the same time, as so many people continue to use AI increasingly and more heavily, there is also something I think to be said about the fact that you can continue to show you for you. And I think that in the long term, even if you're conveying the best knowledge and helping people in the best ways possible, in the best ways that you know how to over a long period of time, I do think that people are gonna appreciate that element of who you are. If you show that, and putting all the gits and gadgets and trying to farm retention or any of those things are in a long term, using the tools in a creative standpoint is going to ultimately diminish what creative is. And if I was only interested in the money, if I only was doing this from like a monetary or like a financial point of view, then I wouldn't be making the content that I do. Like I do this because I love the art aspect of it. I love the fact that I make a video and it is the best thing that I've ever made, and I put all of this time into it, and the thought and intention has been transmitted into this thing that I can watch and I can share with other people. Like that's one of the best things about making YouTube videos, the fact that, and I know that many of you guys know this, when you're done with the best video that you've ever made, it's like one of the best feelings ever. And the cool thing about making content is the better you get at it, especially if you keep trying to get better over time, every single thing that you make, if you make it better over time, is going to be the best video that you've ever made. And it's such a good feeling. It takes a lot of work to make videos. Then you do it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing that I've ever made. It's a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling too. Okay, I'm going to finish this layer. I do know that I need to catch up with chat, but I do want to respond to something that Level Up ended up saying too. And Lily, Tiger Lily, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and I hope that you sleep well tonight. But it is always a pleasure being able to spend a bit of time with you. And we definitely have plenty of more content, plenty more coming out on the server. We have a live stream tomorrow night, and I hope that you guys can spend some time with me. I'll be hanging out anyway. I'm getting even more progress done here on Lotus. And we also have a brand new episode of the Lotus SMP coming out tomorrow too. So definitely consider taking a look at it. I'm very happy with it. It's the build that we have right here. This build, the library in the kingdom. we haven't talked too much about. However, you guys will be able to see the creation process of everything when it comes down to that tomorrow. Okay, and so Level Up was saying, oh, it's so good to have Seaman and Pug back on. I do have to say welcome back too. I was getting into a ramble. But Level Up was saying, and I highly recommend, but I have plenty of tips when it comes down to it, when it comes to getting into a live streaming schedule, especially if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday for the most part, but oftentimes it becomes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday usually. But I do have some good tips when it comes down to it. But man, I do just want to take a second and appreciate the fact that, look at this, guys, we have about half of the entire kingdom covered with the trees that we're looking for. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing on stream tonight. I doubt it, but I'm excited to continue the project tomorrow too. Oh, Daisy, really? You put your thumbnail into ChatGPT and it said it's AI assisted even though it's not? Okay, that is good feedback. That is definitely good to know. Okay, so I think a couple of you guys, or hopefully, you may know of Draconis Gaming, who is another member of the Lotus SMP and a good buddy. And he makes incredibly good content and is a fantastic content creator. Definitely is super underrated when it comes to YouTube. I would say he deserves so much more subscribers than he has, and is an incredible builder when it comes down to it. And Draconis is one of those people that actually inspires me because he can live stream, and I've gotten actually a lot better at this, I think, but it's because of him and his inspiration. The fact that he can live stream for like 4 hours, like multiple days of the week. And I remember when I was a kid, and this may make me sound old or maybe not, because we have a pretty adult audience here. But I remember when the game Fallout 4 ended up coming out, I, for the first time, ended up downloading Twitch. And I don't watch Twitch. I don't have a Twitch account or anything like that. I don't stream on Twitch. I only do YouTube. But I remember when Fallout 4 came out, I didn't want to buy it. I was still kind of a kid, and I didn't want to necessarily spend all of the time playing the game. At that point in time, I was a huge Call of Duty player. Me and my friend would grind Call of Duty, and I was a very good Call of Duty player when it comes down to it. But it just, that was my vibe at the end of the day. And so I didn't want to sink my teeth too deep. Don't worry, I told ChatGPT off and it apologized. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I got into the ramble a little bit there. We have to turn off the easy plays mode very quickly. But anyway, the plan for me, at least for this upcoming weekend, is that we'll have our Friday night stream, of course, and then tomorrow, although I haven't really been doing it. We've had Lotus server meetings and we've had other things going on. I am planning on doing an event, a 100 players sort of event with one of my buddies, is Kevin, who makes kind of civilization events and also does a whole ton of modded 100 days. So I'm excited to get to hang out with him for a little bit of time. But anyway, I remember kind of, so Draconis is a huge inspiration when it comes down to it. And he never really live streams until Lotus as of last year. Around this time, he's only been streaming. You guys probably don't know this. Draconis has only been streaming for about 1 year. And he was super, and I understand because I get nervous sometimes before stream too. Draconis was super duper nervous before stream. And he was asking me, because I was starting to get into my streaming kind of comfortability, I would say. He asked me, he was like, I want to start live streaming, like, what do you recommend? And so level up when it comes to you. What I recommend, and what I told him, and this is how I treat every stream, and you guys, I'm sure this makes a lot of sense by now. Instead of really focusing on the fact that other people can be hanging out, my job, what I do as much as I can, is to provide what I would think is the best, as much as I can, long form commentary video. Some of you guys that watch YouTube and Minecraft in particular may know that there's a subset of Minecraft that are called Minecraft long plays. And sometimes they're just someone playing the game in like an ASMR sort of perspective. And there's other people that can make a whole ton of money and views and get a whole ton of kind of just attention and viewership and fans and loyalty by the fact that they will play Minecraft exactly how I'm doing right now, except for doing it on a live stream. They'll just talk and they'll play Minecraft. They'll play Minecraft and they'll talk about what's going on. For example, I am finishing up another tree right now, as you can see, and this kingdom is totally coming together. And you guys know that I talk about that stuff all the time. And that's part of the long play sort of commentary vibe, so that you guys can feel like, not only is it just kind of hanging out with me, but it's also a little bit of like a little bit of a show. Like, I want to think like the slipstream is kind of like a miniature little show of what I'm doing. And it's me, like you guys see me for me. And we get to hang out and that sort of thing. And so for me, every single time when I imagine live streaming, I imagine nobody coming and hanging out with me. And if I'm being honest, besides the fact that like I get to spend actual time with you and I get to actually connect and that sort of thing, many times when I'm live streaming, it kind of just, I try not to look at the numbers. Like I try not to look at how many people are watching on live stream. I don't do it really at all. And the reason is because I'd rather just talk and be me for me and that sort of thing. So like the way that if you want to live stream, my biggest recommendation is to treat it like a long form commentary. Like, don't even expect for anyone to come into the live stream. Just talk as if you're playing Minecraft and just sharing your thoughts and doing it in like the most raw and authentic form. Just like doing your thing and like don't put any pressure on yourself. And the second thing I would say is the fact that I think when you're starting a live stream, you oftentimes get hung up upon the fact that you're like, okay, I have a couple things that I know that I can talk about, but I don't know, I'm going to run out of things to talk about. I'm not going to know what to talk about. And then I'm going to And then who knows, like the stream is just totally cooked after that. Like it's totally done. You know what I mean? But the reality of the fact is that once you start talking on live stream and start just kind of sharing yourself and being authentic and doing your thing, you will find more things to talk about. And I know that so many people get hung up upon the fact that they're like, yeah, but like I'm going to overthink it. I'm going to get into my head and that sort of thing. If you put in the first tip and then you take in the second tip, both of those combined make a huge difference. And then my third tip, which is probably the most important when it comes down to it, and this is a huge skill that I've learned. I learned actually at an early age. It's the act or the three principles of making conversation with people. And I've talked about this a lot last year, but I don't think I've mentioned it too much this year. So I am happy to share more about it. So when it comes to making conversation, there are generally three principles that you can kind of talk about. The first one is things that are going on in your world. So you can ask a question that relates to you, and then you can strike up a conversation when it comes down to it. Like, so for me, something that is very pertinent that you guys probably know about is that Hightail is going on. You know, so for me, I've been watching a whole ton of Hightail. And I'd love to know y'all's thoughts. Are you gonna try it out? Have you tried it out? Anything like that? Like, I'm very, very interested in Hightail, and I'm sticking with Minecraft, as you guys can see, because this is me and this is my medium and that sort of thing. But Hightail has a whole ton of perspective, or a whole ton of potential, I guess I would say. And so I think that is definitely significant. And you know, so that's something that's going on in my life, or the fact that I'm totally out of food right now. So I do have to hit the grocery store tomorrow morning, which is very important. You know, I can talk about things like, hey, what are you doing? Like, are you cooking anything fun this weekend? You can talk about something that, you know, relates to you, because for me, I want to hopefully make a chili this weekend. So you can relate about things like that. Or the second thing is you can relate about things that are going on in the external environment. For example, I'm going to get back into shader packs very quickly. But for me, you know, I'm going to give a Minecraft example, but if you're talking with someone, even if you're trying to make small talk with them and make conversation, second thing that you can talk about is the environment around you. And that is when you usually think about people that are talking about the weather. You know, oh, it's so hot out, or it's going to snow this weekend, and that sort of thing. The environment, the things that are going on around you, are easy things to talk about. And then at the same time, talking about other people, especially if you happen to be in a workplace, or, you know, you have friends that you're always just talking about other people. It's always because the environment, it's easy to talk about other people and what's going on within you. So if I wanted to stop talking about what's going on with me, there's a plethora of things that I can talk about in the environment right here. You know, with the trees or the hay bales or the fences or the builds or anything like that. And so that's a second degree of conversation that I can talk about. And if I forget talking about things about me, then I can always just talk about what's going on in Minecraft and break it down to the little bit. Like, look at the fact that the sugarcane right here has so many different gradients and that sort of thing. And I love how it looks with the shader pack. And I love the fact that we are eventually going to get to the fact to having a dock right here where we have a wonderful stone pathway. And I think that we're going to do some sort of wood outlining. And I'm also thinking about even making some canals in this area too. So there's plenty of things you can always talk about when it comes down to this thing too, right? So one thing is things that are going on in your world that you can maybe connect with another person. And even if you don't know what to connect about with someone, just think about the most basic thing. You know, are you doing anything this weekend? And have something backed up. Like for me, I'm like, oh, I'm going to live stream. I'm doing this YouTube event this weekend. And you can bring a conversation out of that, and you can continue to talk with other people about that sort of thing. And then the third and most depthful thing that you can talk about with other people is to ask them deliberately about themselves, right? So if I wasn't talking about myself, or I wasn't talking about the kingdom, or I wasn't talking about the world and everything that's going on, that's the third thing where I get to actually hang out and spend time with you guys and get to connect and be like, hey, serotonin, did you finish the shower? Or level up, I'm giving you the best energy possible when it comes to everything that you're going on with the transitional phase, and I can relate to that. Or Mari, the fact that, you and I have connected on so many different things with your travels around the world, and the fact that I got to connect with you experiencing Europe and ice cream, and your job versus mine, and how the parallels of being within the military, but also spending time with kids at the same time, next to being a single guy over here that happens to have kids, and X, Y, and Z, like all those different things. So pillar number one is the world around you, and pillar number one is the things that you have going on in your world that are worth sharing, although you might not think it. Like, you are a special person and have things to share. The second thing is things that are going on in the world. It could be this Minecraft world if you're live streaming, or it could just be in your actual life. And then the third thing is to actually connect, right? To then dive deeper. And if you were hanging out with somebody and you guys were watching people just hanging out at the pool, what would be the next thing that you would ask them? However, I will say that as you may imagine, conversation gets much more difficult if you are an actual pug that happens to be floating around in space. However, guys, it is now 20 minutes before my bedtime. We have gotten so much more done here tonight on Lotus, but as you guys know, I do want to be the best person that I can be for the kids tomorrow, so I'm going to let you guys go. We do have a new video and another live stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll even happen to see that mysterious pug that floats in space. But I really do appreciate spending some time with you guys. And yeah, just thank you for being you. It's definitely a beautiful kingdom that we happen to have here, and I don't think it would be as big if it wasn't for all of you guys hanging out with me all of the times that we do. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'm sending all of the best love, energy, and radiance your way. Good night, good night, good night. Also, I'm going to read the chat, and I'm going to keep it in mind. I will have thoughts, I just haven't read it yet, but I'm going to read it now, I promise you. But anyway, good night, good night, good night. Thank you guys for spending some time with me, and I will see you all for Friday night stream.